It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And the spotlight is on George Kittle. Always staying busy, he's your league leader in receiving yards. It's the 49ers and the Hawks, and it's coming up next.
It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle, and we just heard it, and that means it's time for football at Lumen Field.
Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And last week's win was indicative of how good this team can be. It was a complete performance.
On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, they've handled all comers through the first 3 months, a perfect 12-0.
Yeah, they're 3/4 of the way to a perfect season, and now's where it really starts to get into your mind. We'll see if it affects their play in any way.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they'll be led out by their left-handed quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it. Around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
And he's got room. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 22 and a first down.
Back to Walker on first down.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 18 more yards there and another first down.
Looking to throw.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Purdy to throw it on first down.
Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. His 21st touchdown of the season.
And the Niners use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
They'll look to throw. And that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Walker now at 1st and 10.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The numbers for Walker from last week's effort. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Forced out to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
On 1st down, it's Purdy. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Out of the gun, Purdy.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Purdy off the play fake. That's caught downfield by Kittle.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
Play action. Now Purdy.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Quandre Diggs there defensively.
And despite injuries like these, Charles, with these guys missing, they've been able to keep that pursuit of perfection alive so far.
That just shows the depth that they have on the roster and the guys who are serious about being ready when their number is called. Someone goes down, someone jumps in, and they don't skip a beat. I think this team has a bunch of those guys, and some of them will be called on again this week.
Touchdown 49ers.
Brandon Ayuk.
He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list.
And the 49ers go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
The Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense.
They're already looking up at a 16-0 deficit. Still plenty of time to go, first quarter. But work to be done as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, these two teams hooking up for the 2nd time this year. They first met back in October, week 7. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Well, partners, the first quarter, too early to start talking about needing a comeback. They're down 2 touchdowns already, and that sack, that disrupts this drive. They need something to go right on offense, and they need it to happen soon.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and he is going to lose yardage here. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Purdy's throw pulled in by Kittle.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down.
There's Purdy on 1st and 10. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10. Down at the 31.
He's got Ayuk once again. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. The Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal. Touchdown!
Christian McCaffrey
with career touchdown number 209, breaking Jerry Rice's record. And they're able to add on to their advantage. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Second and 4. Left side here, that's the tight end Fan.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
They're going to look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10.
And we're going to stop play here at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Here's Walker. 55 rushing yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
They'll set up a throw.
And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle.
A great... The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Back to throw, Purdy. Open man is Ayuk, complete.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Purdy looking to throw on first down here. Got a man, that's Ayuk.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
The partner, this offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of 85. But then they never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl 20.
And when you look back on it, partner, didn't it almost feel like a setup game? Because they were playing the Dolphins, and the Dolphins were protecting their franchise's undefeated season of 1972.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We can come up with a lot of different explanations here. None of them are going to work. At the 1-yard line and coughing it up, no way.
You got to protect that thing like it's your firstborn.
Your firstborn, your secondborn,
your
anyone. It doesn't matter. Take care of the football. You're in a position to go in and score at worst.
Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not. Did not get back there. It's a safety.
I'm not sure they mentioned it as a goal during the week or even talked about it in pregame, but the way they're playing right now, they want this game out of reach by halftime. Not only does the safety just demoralize the opposing offense, now your guys can run out there and try to add another 6 to their lead.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
They go play action here. Purdy.
This one caught by Kittle. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there. On first down, this is McCaffrey. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
McCaffrey running up the middle, and he is going to lose yardage here. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Purdy now to throw.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense.
And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. Purdy now to throw off the play action. He finds Kittle going across the field.
And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Throwing here, Purdy.
Touchdown 49ers.
Deebo Samuel from 3 yards out. And the 49ers are able to add on to their first half lead.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Takes it at the 7. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there.
And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for. And remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
Back to throw.
Returning right back to Lockett. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. This complete to Lockett.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And this a quick slant to Lockett.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 34-yard line. Back to throw again. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. He'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it, and they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Play action. Now Purdy.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
We'll see what they have drawn up here a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is taken in at the 5.
And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
McCaffrey will score. Touchdown, 49ers. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
As we prepared for these games, we've noticed offensive coordinators have had an expanded playbook on 2-point conversion tries because they never know when they may have to use it during a game.
But that also means the defense probably has more for these situations too, right?
Oh, no doubt about it. I think for the most part, defenses will be aggressive on 2-point tries.
And now the rookie's free. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. He goes 90. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Purdy off the play fake. Oh, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Room here to run.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Now on 1st down, it's Purdy.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Now Purdy. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 27-yard line.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, When they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
2nd and 4. This one goes underneath to Walker. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
But that play, it looked like trouble from the very beginning, and it wound up being even bigger trouble than they anticipated.
Yeah, and instead of cutting his losses on the play, happens here is receivers get so excited about this play call with a chance to run with it that they try and really make it work no matter what. He just needed to cover up on that one, but he didn't, and they lost possession.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Back to throw, Purdy. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown. A big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the 49ers are pouring it on.
They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From the 6. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
And Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll drop to throw. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
The Niners set to take over on offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Purdy to throw it on 1st down.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be.
4th down try. Here's Purdy.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Tariq Woolen picks it.
Past the 20. 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So maybe some signs.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it.
This one caught by Kittle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route, and he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. It's caught. Lockett. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 20. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Purdy now to throw off the play action.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll hit. And talk over what to do next. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Purdy looking to throw.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. A big 3rd down play there for the Niners. 43 yards. and he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
They'll look to throw, and he's got it. They add on more, a little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From the 6. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. It's complete to Lockett. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw here. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Now, you don't want to see that penalty at any point, but it adds a little extra to it when it comes on 3rd down.
It certainly does, because if this were a boxing match, they had him on the ropes there. 3rd down incompletion, 4th down upcoming. Instead, that mistake resets everything back to 1st down, which means they have to stay on the field longer to try and stop this drive.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. His throw incomplete.
He's 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20.
The Niners ready to go on offense for the final time of this first half. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
He's got a man, complete. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play.
Now, touchdown 49ers. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the 49ers would extend their lead here just before halftime.
The final shot before break. Purdy, and this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field.
And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And he floats one there, incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's McCaffrey. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Purdy off the play fake.
This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a first down.
That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there. On 4th down, here's Purdy.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Holding offense.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. Now here's Michael Dixon, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through and was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. McCaffrey. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
126 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And now they're in the hurry-up. On second down, McCaffrey. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. Touchdown!
Christian McCaffrey
from 3 yards out.
And the Niners just continue to roll.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger.
But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on. But apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Here's a 2nd and 7. This is the tight end Fant.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are going to take over here up near the 40.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes, left side. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey,
61 yards.
And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Here's Purdy.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Javon Kinlaw in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He has a chance to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark on this drive.
And most of the time during a game, people aren't keeping track of individual statistics.
Are you sure?
Well, a lot of the runners kind of know. But I'll guarantee you someone has sent word into the offensive line that he's got a chance to get over 200 on this drive. That should give them a little extra motivation because they love it when backs break that barrier.
Absolutely. We'll see if he can do it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it.
This one caught by Kittle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Christian McCaffrey
taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Niners get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
How about the game that he has compiled here? So he has the 2 receiving touchdowns, and now that is his 3rd rushing touchdown.
I'm telling you, you and your math can't beat you on that one.
Yeah.
You got it down. But how about the diversity of the day he's had? Just what you pointed out. 3 on the ground, 2 catching them. What a performance.
What a performance. If I get my numbers and colors down, it'll be a real threat.
Just always remember, color between the lines.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Second and 6. Looking middle, and that's complete. First target, first catch, and a first down. Now back to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Drake Jackson.
He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Mason Johnson.
They have pressure coming, and they got him once again. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a...
This came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on it before he got the quarterback on the ground.
And a look at the next-gen stats reveals that that sack occurred in all of 2.3 seconds. And you think you want to be an NFL quarterback?
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Are we on the same page here, partner? Because I think they have the right idea. Just take what you can get on 3rd and forever.
Yeah, in real life, I'd say yes. It's just these video games are tempting. You want to go downfield with it.
I like the way you've evolved.
Yeah.
You know, you've learned how to play it the Madden way.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
210 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Play action, now Purdy.
The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down. They'll run with McCaffrey. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Purdy to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the 49ers extend their lead yet again. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Catch is made by Metcalf. They had a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. Back now in Seattle, Washington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
Purdy on 4th down.
Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This complete to Lockett.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. On second down, it's Walker.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Targeting the out route, and he completes this to Metcalf. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
He'll drop to throw. And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. He finds Kittle going across the field. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle is going to be made at the Seahawks 39. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Niners add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
They'll try and throw for it. And
here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Drake Jackson picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll set up to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
From the 7, it's second and 5.
This is McCaffrey. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey
taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the 49ers are on their way to a sensational 13-0 start as they extend their lead here.
Now the 49ers electing to leave the offense out there and go for 2.
Purdy.
And they're just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
The Seahawks take back over. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Seahawks. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Purdy off the play fake.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
On fourth down, here's Purdy.
And able to haul it in is Kittle.
And he is going to have the Niners first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
They go play action here. Purdy.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it.
Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey
adding to his NFL record in touchdowns.
And the 49ers are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From the 6. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And some space here. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Second and 14. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks. And now here's a tackle behind the line.
That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good, and they will remain well behind.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in a kicker to try and hit from 61 yards, and this one winds up no good.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Play action. Now Purdy.
This one caught by Kittle. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backups some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas, and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you...
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Takes it at the 7.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Back to throw again. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting set.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
And he goes out right around the 39.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an E. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Now it looks like he'll throw here. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Purdy looking to throw.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower. Personally, I'd rather see them kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
DK Metcalf of the Seattle offense about set to take over once again.
This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade is going to happen, but good thought. A really good pickup of 28 yards. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. One last shot at the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.